A just society is not one built on fear or repression or vengeance or exclusion, but one built on love. Love for our families, love for our neighbors, love for the least among us, love for those who look different or worship differently, love for those we don't even know. All men should be feminists. If men cared about women's rights, the world would be a better place. Artists in general never stay in the same place. We keep growing. It's still you. You still have that core that you always had, but you work with new people and hear new things. As a nation and as a world, we need more truth. As a young black boy, it made me proud to see black leaders that did something amazing and made the world change. Critics like to describe and categorize things, and categories often have a way of limiting people. Every artist wants some sort of feedback, because you make this music and you hope people love it. And you want to hear if they love it and what they love about it, what their favorite song is, what they think the next single should be. I like to hear those things. Experience is a great teacher. Fear. People are afraid of talking about their fears and insecurities. They're afraid of expressing emotion beyond anger, dominance, or power. And they're afraid of getting in touch with their feminine side. I always felt that rap didn't cause crime, it just reflected it. I believed in myself, and I am a firm believer you have to think the things you want and visualize. I do believe that part of us ending racism is us seeing each other's humanity and learning to love each other. Even if we look different, or worship differently, or live differently. I don't think I'm craving any more fame, but success and being recognized for making great work all around the world. I think it's a great thing. I feel like my job is to make impact, spread love, tell great stories, inspire people. That's what I'm going to do. I feel like spirituality definitely comes through in my music, but I don't make any specific efforts to make it that way. I have a structured songwriting process. I start with the music and try to come up with musical ideas, then the melody, then the hook, and the lyrics come last. Some people start with the lyrics first because they know what they want to talk about, and they just write a whole bunch of lyrical ideas. But for me, the music tells me what to talk about. I just want it to be timeless and timely at the same time. I keep learning, listening, growing, and experimenting. I only want to be associated with music that is high quality. That's my main criteria. I spent a lot of time, a lot of energy trying to be a better artist, and I still do. I spend a lot of time focusing on my craft. If you're going to take your passion into something beyond just something for fun on the side, you got to spend a lot of time on it to be great, and then you've got to make smart decisions about who you collaborate with and where you live to put yourself in the right situations to meet the right people to catch those breaks. I think you're always policing yourself by trying to do what you think would be cool and accepted by other people until you start to figure out who you really want to be. Growing up is an ongoing push and pull of you being yourself and you performing to what society expects you to be. I used to work for a management consulting company. so I dress differently, business casual. Probably a lot of things from Banana Republic. My wardrobe now is definitely more expensive, but I always dress for the occasion. I want to make a better record than I made the last time. I want to grow. I want to discover new things about myself creatively. I want you to live the best life you can. You can be world changers. Pursue this life of love with focus and passion and ambition and courage. Give it your all, and that will be your path to true success. If a relationship is going to work, it will require compromise, and even then, it is not always going to end the way you want it to. It's an artist's duty to reflect the times in which we live. It's really about making the best music you can make. It's really about working hard. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Mass incarceration is a policy that's kind of built up over the last 4 decades, and it's destroyed families and communities, and something we need to change. And it's fallen disproportionately on Black and brown communities, especially Black communities, and it's kind of a manifestation of structural racism. Music business is not for everyone, but if you have it in you, you have that passion. If you have that energy in you that you really want to make something creative and make something that's going to impact the world, then go for it. Do it, and don't let anybody tell you no. Music wasn't forced on me in my childhood. It was something I wanted to do. And ever since, I've never stopped. I've never stopped playing music. Music, to me, if it's good, it's good. That's all that matters. Musicians are in season all the time. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. No matter how big or successful and famous you become, if you do that, that's the most fulfilling thing, is making music that you love and that you're proud of. People tell me all the time that my songs help them express things to loved ones that they may not be able to say themselves. Sometimes, I just think people are haters. And if they're haters, you can listen to what they have to say, but you have to take it with a grain of salt. Sometimes I start just on the piano with a melody or musical idea that kind of leads me to certain lyrics. Sometimes there's that perfect moment when the crowd, the music, the energy of the room come together in a way that brings me to tears. Soul is about authenticity. Soul is about finding the things in your life that are real and pure. The best training is to play by ear, trial by fire. The best way to fight poverty is to empower people through access to quality education. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. The future started yesterday, and we're already late. The struggle for freedom and justice is now.